Roommate refuses to wear clothes in winter and cranks heat to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. She doesn't understand thermodynamics, so I'm using a pot of water to trick the thermostat. My roommate Sarah has this thing where she absolutely refuses to wear normal clothes, even when it's freezing outside. She walks around our apartment in tiny tank tops and shorts like we live on a beach in Hawaii. But here's where it gets ridiculous. Instead of putting on a sweater like a normal human being, she cranks our thermostat up to 80 degrees. 80. In the middle of winter, when it's 40 degrees outside, I tried talking to her about it. Sarah, our electric bill is going to be insane if you keep doing this. Just put on some clothes. And she goes, I have anemia, so I'm always cold. I can't help it. This is a medical condition. Okay, fine. Medical condition. I get it. But you know what would help with being cold? Wearing actual clothes. Maybe some socks, a hoodie, literally anything besides a spaghetti strap tank top. She also claimed she couldn't afford a space heater for her room, which would have solved everything. But then I'd see her coming home with Starbucks every single day and getting her nails done twice a week. The worst part? During summer, when it was 110 degrees outside, she wanted to keep the apartment at 73. So apparently she can handle 73 when it's blazing hot, but needs 80 when it's cold. Make it make sense. Our third roommate moved out, so now we're splitting a 3-bedroom apartment's utility bill between just the two of us. I'm already working 2 jobs to afford rent, and Sarah's over here turning our place into a sauna. I kept asking her to compromise. Maybe 75? Even 76? She'd ignore my texts and literally hide in her room when she saw me coming. Super mature. Finally, she agreed to 76, but that still wasn't good enough. The heater was running constantly. I'd wake up at 2 a.m. sweating because the heat kicked on 3 times in 1 hour. That's when I got creative. I looked up our thermostat online and found out I could lock the settings so she couldn't change them. But I also discovered something way better. Our thermostat is mounted on the living room wall, and right on the other side of that wall is our pantry. So anything I put on the shelf would be directly behind where the temperature sensor reads. Basic science, right? Heat transfers through walls. So I got this idea. Every night before bed, I fill up my biggest cooking pot with hot water. I wrap it in towels and stick it on the pantry shelf right behind the thermostat. The heat from the pot makes the sensor think the apartment is warmer than it actually is. So the heater barely runs, but the thermostat still shows 76 degrees. Sarah has no idea. She's walking around in her tiny outfits thinking everything's perfect while I'm basically running a science experiment to keep our bills reasonable. The best part? It actually works. Before the pot trick, the heater was turning on 5 times a night. Now it only runs twice. Our electric bill dropped by almost $60 last month, and Sarah still has no clue. She even told her friend last week how comfortable the apartment has been lately and how she's so glad we found a good compromise on the temperature. If only she knew her comfort was coming from a pot of water and some basic physics instead of burning through electricity like it's free. She still walks around practically naked, but now at least I'm not paying for her to turn our apartment into a tropical resort. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the smartest ones.